Yes, there's more. But wait, there's more. I took off the door handles. That's a relatively easy task, but a little bit cumbersome. Let me show you. So the mechanism is very simple. The push button, just that plunger, just pushes in on that plate, and that actuates the mechanism. And they're held in from the inside by two little 3/8 screws. They're a little bit of a, this one is easy to get to, that one is a little bit of a pain to get to, but about 10 minutes work, not too bad. I have decided to take off the window trim on the outside so that I can do a good job of painting this stuff. I want to polish up the stainless, and I think it'll save me a little bit of a hassle in taping. So I think this is how this works. I'm not sure. I don't have a manual, but I have leverage. So I'm pretty sure that there is some sort of nasty plastic adhesive tape back here. I'm not going to heat it up. I think it'll pop loose. You can see on the bottom it's not really curved, and on the top, come on, on the top there's a little bit of a hook. So I'm going to start on the bottom and peel it up, and let's see what happens. You could see, you could see there, that's paint, so I know that the upper felt pad is not attached to this trim piece, so that's good. So let's see if I can get some of this to pop here. And I'm going to need two hands. So I'm at the front of the passenger door. I got this edge to start a little bit, but it's being very stubborn, and I'm guessing that the tape or whatever adhesive is up here, because the bottom section seems to move, but as soon as I get to about here, I start to feel resistance, and I don't want to bend this. I don't want to crease it. I can bend it a little, but I don't want to crease it. So we're going to try on this side, and see, I don't want to deform that to the point where I need to do metal work to bring it back to an acceptable shape. So I'm going to need two hands. Got it. So the plastic tool that I was using that I showed you before, this tool, I couldn't get enough leverage. It was starting to flex a little bit too much, and I was starting to kind of take pieces out of it because that stainless is pretty sharp. So what I did was I put this piece of just scrap wood up against the glass, and then I would place the screwdriver right on the edge here and just gently lever it off. So let's see what it looks like underneath. And there is no tape. I'm surprised, but happy about that. So not too shabby. So I'm going to do that side and the A-pillar, and I think that will make my job of painting, well, certainly more thorough. You can see a little bit here where that trim hook was. Anyway, I think this will be cleaner, and I'll have a better spray job. I'll bring you back when I do the this side and the A-pillar. on the B-pillar. No tape, just dirty. But it's, if you see the profile, it's kind of a C-channel, so what I'm going to have to do when after paint to reinstall it is hook it on this side and then try to roll it, or maybe go the opposite way. I'm not sure. I think that's going to be, I didn't even think about that. I think that might be the bigger problem, but I think I'll be able to do it like this. Hook the other side, the back here, and then press it in. I think that will work, and hopefully not take the new paint away. I might end up putting a strip of tape just to protect the edge of the paint from the installation here, but not too bad. I'm going to do the A-pillar now. Same way. I just used, again, block of wood and screwdriver, and little by little moving it 1/8 of an inch at a time, and at one point it just pops right off. Print on the A-pillar, and I'll show you why. The trim piece, the actual profile seems to be the same. The problem is we have this seal that's in the way, and I can't see the union between this and the sheet metal. And at the same time, I don't want to damage the seal because I don't intend on replacing it. It's in very good condition. So what I had to do was come from above, but the fit is so tight, I had a hard time even putting the razor blade in. So what I did first was work my way in with the razor blade, give me enough room to stick my screwdriver in, just to start the process. So now it's basically the same, little by little, but working it from the top, and see it's starting to bend a little bit. So now that I have it started, I think I will I think I should be able to get it from this side. Started off at the top, got a little leverage. I did bend it a little, but not crease it, so I'll be able to bend that back. Exposed enough of this edge that I was able to work it down using the same method, and now it's let's see it. There it is. So same thing. So you know, it looks pretty good without the chrome, but there's just so much chrome on here, or stainless, that it wouldn't look good. In my case, I don't think it would look good totally de-chromed. So I don't really want to paint this black. I think that's too much black on this. I'm going to use the same body color when I'm done, so I think it'll be okay. Anyway, one door down. In terms of the mirror, yeah, I suppose I should take that off too. That is not going to come off. That is a bigger job than the door handle. It involves removing the striker latch, and in here there's, I don't know, there's just I think a little bit too much. So with paint God forgiveness, I will pass on taking that whole thing apart. So on to the next doors. So once I figured out how to do it, the rear door came off, I would say 3 minutes total. No rust other than this spot here, and that's going to need a little bit of attention. but I'll get it down to clean steel and then POR it before paint, because then it'll be all nice and watertight. But other than that, I'm pretty happy about it. Now, these things, I have new wipes. These ones are rock hard. I'm surprised they haven't chipped yet. And you can see that they're probably not installed very well. So I can't remove the rear one, not without, well, yeah, not without screwing everything else up, I don't think. So I don't know, I have to think about it. In order to remove these, you have to lower the window, kind of get underneath, do a couple things, or maybe I can get to them from the inside. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to check and see how I'm gonna do that. But at least the steel is done. Mirror is gone, relatively easy. Just 2 screws. What was the bit? T-Torx. They're T30s, 2 T30s, going straight into the sheet. So nothing really to worry about. So that's it, guys. That's it for this one. Got some more sanding to do. Got to figure out whether or not I'm taking these things off. And that's it. Little by little, painfully, but little by little, it's getting there.